Hey, what up? Is JR, and I'm here with my predictions for UFC 140. It's a good card. We have Mark Hominick versus Chan Sung Jung, Brian Neverser versus Claude Patrick, and we have the younger brother. I think it's Rogerio Noguera, Little Nog, against Tito Ortiz, and then we got Frank Mir versus Big Nog, Minotauro Noguera, and John Jones versus Lyoto Machida for the light heavyweight title. Well, I'm gonna start off with Mark Hominick versus Chan Sung Jung. Mark Hominick just came off of the title loss title loss to Jose Aldo, which was a war. One of my favorite fights of the year, which is a very good fight, very interesting fight. You know, I had that fight a draw because I counted the last round at 10-8, and I was a 10-8, and I had him win, like I believe it was the third round. So that's a draw, but he won the Jose Aldo won that fight. And then Chan Sung Jung just came off of a win Leonard Garcia, which was the submission of the year at the MMA Awards, which is um, the Twister, which is the first Twister ever put off in the Ultimate Fighter. Sick as. If you haven't seen it, go check that shit out. She was really good. Well, in this fight, I see Mark Hominick just picking his shots, just beating them to the punch, and just being too technical for Chan Sung Jung here. And I see Mark Hominick getting a TKO stoppage and like early second round TKO stoppage, and then make his run back at the title again. And then we have Brian Ebersol versus Claude Patrick. Um, Brian Ebersol just beat two crafty veterans. He beat Chris Lytle back in February, and then he beat Dennis Hall, Dennis Hallman. I think that was around August or something like that, July or something like that. But those are two big wins, two veterans. And then his next fight, Claude Patrick just came off a win. He's been on a roll, like I think like 12, 13 fight winning streak. He just beat Daniel Roberts, and now he has a tough fight with Brian Emerson. I don't see him being Brian Emerson. I think Brian Emerson is gonna pull off the decision. He's, he's grappling is Brian Emerson's grappling is sick, and his striking also is very nice, and he's a veteran of the sport already. So I see him getting this win, getting this decision. I see him pulling off a decision, one sided win. I don't see Claude Patrick even having a chance in this fight. And then we have Tito Ortiz versus Little Nog. Um, this fight this fight was supposed to happen a while ago. It was supposed to be Little Nog versus Tito, but then Tito put out the injury, and then Phil Davis took his spot. This fight is gonna be a very interesting fight. Interesting fight. I think it's gonna be a grappling fight. I think Tito is gonna take it to the ground and out wrestle him. His fight with Rashad, I mean, he looked good. He looked good. He came to fight. If he brings that same attitude that to this fight, I think he would pull off a decision victory. And I think he has. I think he might do it. Um, Little Nog's gonna have to stand up. Use his boxing, and then keep him at bay. Just keep Tito back, because everybody, Tito doesn't have, that great of hands. But recently he dropped Brian Bader. But other than that, he hasn't had the best hands. But um, Little Nog has to keep his strike, keep it keep it a striking battle, because he has the better striking in this battle. He's also a very good jiu-jitsu practitioner, but I just see Tito Ortiz overpowering him and just being too much on the ground for him. So I see Tito Ortiz pulling off a decision on this fight and get another win in the books. And then it's Frank Mir versus Big Nog. This fight, Frank Mir just is like I'm not sure how many wins he has in a row, but I know he my bad. He just beat Big Country, and then Little Nog just knocked out Brendan Schaub. let me just speak about that fight real quick. A lot of people's like, oh, Nogueira, he knocked out Brendan Schaub, which is a good striker. Brendan Schaub is a good striker, but if you look at his fundamental, it's not that good. I mean, he's flat-footed. He has his arms down all the time, and he was catching Nogueira, and Nogueira didn't look that good either. I mean, he landed that overhand right, which called it a night for him, which ended the fight. But other than that, Nogueira didn't look good in that fight, and neither did Brendan Schaub. Other than the knockout, Nogueira didn't look good. I mean, he flat-footed. He was just getting hit, and then he threw that overhand right and took it. Frank Mir, on the other hand, is a very good striker, very good grappler, and his striking is like he's improved a lot of striking. In the first fight with him, he TKO'd him, like, and I think it was second round TKO. In this fight, I think I think he's gonna TKO him again. Probably like I see this fight going to the third round, and that's where Frank Mir would get the TKO done. Because I don't see Nogueira being able to stand with um with Mir. If he, because Mir is a very good striker. He's a very good. He throws kicks. He throws leg kicks, high kicks, body kicks, and he throws punches in angles. He moves left and right. Throws the hook, the uppercut. He's a very good striker, and he also has a hell of a ground game. And he's has some great judo also. Nogueira has some great ground game also. He's one of the best, and he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu and judo. So if it goes to the clinch, but I feel um I feel Mir's striking is going to be too much, and also the bigger weight advantage, and he's going to have that just crisp precise. So I see him getting the TKO around the third round. And then the main event, John Jones versus Lyoto Machida. This fight is going to be a technical battle. It's if you're ordering this fight to see a fight, you're not gonna. I mean, you're not gonna get a brawl. So don't think that it's gonna be a technical fight, because everybody knows how Machida fights. He waits back. He's a counterpuncher. He lets you attack, and once you attack, he counters. John Jones, he's kind of the same way. I mean, what I feel about John Jones. He doesn't use his like he doesn't use his reach to his advantage. Like he throws the all these spinning kicks and spinning elbows and all that stuff. But what I would like to see John Jones do a lot is use that jab, pump that jab out, and follow it with the right, or head kicks, and probably even punish Machida's legs. That's what Shogun did very well against him. You know, but I don't see Machida being able to do anything in this fight. I think if John Jones fights the way, you know, as aggressive, because lately he hasn't really been fighting aggressive. I mean the Rampage fight, he didn't do so good. Let's be honest, he didn't do really good. And the Shogun fight, he looked good. Like, he looked good there. And Machida just come off that knockout win over Randy Couture. So I mean, Machida does have a chance, because if he has that, because he would wait. He's gonna wait for John Jones to attack. I think John Jones should take this fight to the ground, and I think he will, and I think he's gonna get the submission victory and retain his title. And I think he's gonna fight. I think he might get a man. I think after the fight, after Hendo's fight with Shogun, I think he's getting a mandatory. Hendo's getting a mandatory title shot. But either way, it should be a good card. Tell me, let me know what you guys think. You like my predictions? You don't think I'm wrong? Let me know. All right, peace out. Thanks.